Via the power of the sneeze, welcome to another Minecraft video. It's gonna be another Epic World 6 video. Before I get started, be sure to watch the video, burn up the like button, to share the subscribe button, speak to the notification bell, leave a good comment down below, follow me till they get sneeze. Check out my YouTube videos, I playlist, check out Vivacity and Design Central to use, makes our descriptions always. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure that you said helps a lot, and I appreciate support and feedback. I'm doing this after midnight, it's almost 1 o'clock. I am super tired, and this is my first video back from Utah, but then again, I know these Minecraft videos don't get viewed at all, really. I'm morally explaining to the big stuff, with like Pichu and, online shopping and other things in other videos that get viewed way more, like Gran Turismo or Super Smash Bros. And others. I guess it's gonna be another Epic World 6 videos. I've been uploading a lot of videos to create space. I have not really adjusted well from being back home from Utah. I've been sneezing a lot. I've been just super duper tired every night, even during the day. Like, the elevation change has just been not good for me. Like, I'd be sneezing like maybe 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 times a day because of elevation change, and it's not been good for me. I am back home, of course, because if I wasn't home, I wouldn't be recording. So there is some new stuff from the last time I was on here. You can kind of already see, I don't know, but I can see that there's new stuff. There's this right here. There's this, 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 and this, as well as this. So there's gonna be a bit for me to cover. It's not like structures like this water tower here, for example. It's nothing like that. It's different stuff. I'm gonna save this stuff in the back. Oh god, you can actually partially see it. In the back. We're gonna start from over here. Oh yeah, and high speed ring, I'll get to that. I'll work my way from top to bottom. So, I'm tired, man. Just tired and going through kind of a rough patch right now. Because we got into a car accident like a couple weeks ago, and we're having to get rid of our vehicle. So the first thing I guess I kind of could do these two together. I did a train here, found it in a YouTube video. I just felt like making this, but it was kind of an off and on idea. Like, I wanted to do it, then I didn't want to do it, and then I wanted to do it again, and then I didn't do it again. It took me a bit of time to think, and I decided to go with building this. This is not a real train, guys. This is just a custom-made one that the YouTuber made. So this is kind of just random. There's nothing inside. It's pretty much empty. It's just a train, and the hoppers are wheels. So yeah, the 777 or whatnot is what it's called. I could have given that a better name, but that's what the YouTuber came up with. Next up, we're gonna come up to something new, as in the latest Minecraft update. Also, staircase. Finally made one over here. I made my pathway. Welcome to the cherry blossoms. Made a cherry blossom farm, everybody. It's beautiful and it's very pink. I even like the color of the wood too. It looks great. This is the I can't remember. Cherry fence. It's a cherry fence. I was originally going to use this as a newer farm. Well, it's still new because it's different. But 2 new crops came out, and I don't know what it is with the farming, but the farming sucks now. Like, you have to manually grow it yourself now. And that's not cool because I don't like that. That's my con about this update. But I added a lot of trees. There's 8, 12, 16, 20, so there's 40. 40 trees. Sorry about the yawning, guys. I'm tired, and I have been since I've been home. I have not adjusted well. I have 40 cherry blossom trees. They're cool. They don't have any textures yet because of the updates. But I'm sure they will get one in the future like Mangrove did. Now, this next part, well, I guess I could. It's a racetrack that we have on 5. And speaking of Epic World 5, I'm not really active on that world anymore. I've kind of just transitioned over to 6 and just have had fun with it. Once it loads. High speed ring. Yay. There's not much to say about it other than it's cool to have it back, I guess. There's only one racetrack that I'm missing, and that's Monaco, but I'm really debating if I really want to bring it back or not, because it's kind of crappy on 5. It was also crappy on 4. It was pretty crappy, even when I first brought it into the series from 3. Because I believe 3 was the first one that I had it on, but the thing was, it wasn't... None of these racetracks were all sky tracks. Like, all up in the air like this. The only one that I can think of that was Fuji. Fuji was the only one that I remember that was actually up there. But actually, I also think I had New York as well, and I had those 2 tracks connected. But obviously, it's different because I don't use the 2005 layout anymore. I scrapped that, guys. I completely scrapped that and made it into this one. And pretty much have kept it ever since from 4, 5, and here in 6. Yeah, it just... I don't know. It just wasn't... It wasn't bad, but it just felt out of place. And I had New York connected to the same layout of New York that I've always had. But yeah, high speed ring, welcoming that back. It's really cool having it back here. Always call it an animal cracker because it really does. Obviously the track map does, but this, you know, it's my own. Like I own this, so you know. I have my rights to owning everything on this world. I mean, this is my world, so if you were playing with me on this world, I would set regulations, restrictions for this. And one of them would be no griefing. That would be my number 1 rule. No freaking griefing, because if you griefed anything on this world, I'm kicking you. I'm not banning you, but if you do it again, I am. So, I guess you guys have been kind of seeing it everywhere with all these statues in here. And before I do get into that, I have thought about adding beacons back here to just kind of fill up the area. Another thing, besides the cherry blossoms that's new, hanging signs. And I decided to add this little fence thing. And decided to put a birch hanging sign. And called it Goldenrod City. Called this town Goldenrod City. Yes, it finally has a name after so many freaking days, months, and however freaking long I've had this town for. Well, 5 it was supposed to be it was supposed to be almost exactly like this. Obviously, the building's in different spots and obviously close quarters like this, but I never bothered to finish it because I was too freaking lazy and I didn't have enough room. And this island just it works perfectly. I thought about adding a Poke Center because, well, I mean, I'm into Pokemon, and it's pretty much been my #1 favorite thing to talk about nowadays. Like, it's not Gran Turismo, it's not Minecraft, it's not Legend of Zelda, it's not racing, or Mario / Nintendo or Sonic or Blaze or anything of that sort. Any of the video game series that I've played in my lifetime, I can't say that I've loved the series more right now than Pokemon. Out of all the games I've played in my life, Pokemon has just, since I've loved Pichu, it's just been at the top. I will mention that in more videos as well about the Pokemon stuff. But I thought about it, and what way could I make this town better by adding a Poke Center up here, but I'd have to clear out some of this grass. I could put a pathway through here. It's a 3-wide pathway. But here's the thing. Since we already have this, we could use this as part of the pathway to the Poke Center. But I'm still debating if I want to do that. I also thought about making a power plant because, you know how electric Pokemon like to hang around in those areas. Well, Pichu's electric, so I would think that would be a cool idea to add a power plant here. And because power plants have electricity, and you know, since I love my little boy Pichu, I think it would be fitting if there was actually one here. Now, I could place it anywhere near any one of the 4 Pichu statues that I have around this world, which, yes, I guess I could start showing that off as well while I'm talking about power plant and Poke Center as well. But I've thought about adding it. But remember, guys, I know I've mentioned this before in other videos and even my other Let's Plays and other stuff. This was originally not supposed to be here. This was supposed to be a circus tent. But that was scrapped. I scrapped that. Because the building for it sucked. Not because of my building skills, because my building skills are good, as y'all can see why. But I just the outline of the structure is just way too difficult. I just couldn't do it. Anyway, I guess I'll get onto the Pichu statues now. There's 4 of them. Pretty sure you already saw like 3 or 4. Pretty sure you've seen all of them already. But this is going to be the first one. This is classic Pichu. I will get into mainly these 4 statues in a video of its own, because there's a lot of reasoning why I did these. I mean, we all know #1, Pichu's my all-time favorite, so. And passing Daisy was sure an accomplishment for him, and there was also another accomplishment that I broke yesterday, but I will bring that up in another video, maybe a discussion video or another gaming video that I'll do. This is classic Pichu, his original design. I'm really glad they chose this over the beta version, because the beta version looks butt ugly. It doesn't even look like anything like a mouse at all. Like, you can look at it and you could say, this one's way better, because it is. This one was the last one I actually built, and it's not the last statue I built, because there's 2 statues that I built that are new. But I'll get into that at the end of the video. But yeah, I decided to go with Classic Pichu, you know, Pokemon Gold. I've thought about getting that game because I have a Game Boy Color, so Pokemon Gold possibly in the future. Well, not for YouTubing because I'm getting so sick of this yawning, guys. I am so sorry. But yeah, Pokemon Gold purchase in the future when I get more money and more money and more money. I've already bought 2 more things, so that are on their way, like right now. So, and one's about halfway from the day I ordered. But yeah, Classic Pichu. Wanted to go with the can't have a Pichu statue without Classic Pichu. Definitely very special. And he's actually watching the town. That's why he's also there. He's watching over the town. That's also why I called it Goldenrod City, was just because you can find him at the daycare, which the daycare is in which is in Goldenrod City, in which you can get him from an egg in Goldenrod City, in which you can summon him from there. Oh my god. I don't think you can get an egg from there, but I think you can get an egg from pretty much anywhere. But you just have to be really darn lucky. I don't know Pokemon Gold, but I'm watching a playthrough on it, so I'm getting to know the game. Our second Pichu statue, let's move on over past Medley and in between behind Ariel. The second Pichu statue, I think this is actually my favorite one. I don't know why I think it's my favorite one, I just do. Like, everything is clean, everything's great, you know, he's happy, as he should be. He's wearing the goggles, which that's one of his outfits in Melee and Ultimate, if you didn't know that already. If you don't know, then now you know. It's actually one of my favorite ones, behind the, obviously the regular one, and the flame headband one that he wears as well, the little headband. It's got a little fire around it, and it's pretty cool. This one didn't take me super duper long. That one took me like 25 minutes or something like that. I don't know, that's just an estimate. But this one came out really great, and yeah, it's fantastic. There was an island here originally, then I erased it. I was going to put a football stadium here, realizing there was not going to be enough space, and I was going to run right into Ariel and Medley as well, and in this Cherry Blossom Farm. Well, I didn't even have, the update wasn't even anywhere near it yet, but it was in the thoughts of process when I was thinking of making a football stadium, but I scrapped that as well. I'm not going to do that because it's just too much. So I brought the island back as best as I could. I think I did a good job, but I don't know how exactly the island looked in the first place. So I put him over here, so you know, he's by other statues, you know, and like 2 other characters that I really like in video games, between Ariel and Medley as well. So then every time you walk on this bridge, you always get to see him. And he's always waving because he's always happy. He's not always happy, because don't make him mad, because if you make him mad, you're going to regret everything you did to him. He ain't afraid to fight back, I can tell you that for sure. I can tell you guys the order of the statues that I like them in. That one is my favorite. Classic Pichu is my third. Now we're gonna go over here. This is pretty much where all the bigger stuff is, except one other Pichu statue. Oh god, it's lagging. At least I don't have the castle. Speaking of the castle, before I get into... This is my least favorite one, but... That was a train. I was gonna make the same castle I did on 5. Made the platform, but I decided not to do it, and it's not coming back. I already have a fantasy castle over there by the soccer stadium and the little swamp area. So the big castle that I made on Epic World 5 that took over half a year, it's not coming back. I'm pretty sure all the new stuff that I've built on here is pretty much made up for that. Oh god, you can start seeing the new stuff, but it's darker on my camera. But this is my least favorite statue. I don't know. It's just kind of there. I wanted a Spike-Hued Pichu statue, and unfortunately this was the only one I could actually find. I wish there was more. I can tell you guys where each part of the body is. I mean, you guys can clearly see where the ears are. You can see the tail. So this is the face right here. As you can see, the two eyes and the two little extra pouches that he has. This is the mouth. This is the left hand, and this is the right hand. These are the feet, and this is the middle body. And this is supposed to be the neck fluff. Yeah, you can see why it's my least favorite. I wish I could have found something else. But to be honest, yeah, I really didn't. This was planned, but I was hoping to find a better layout. But I really don't have much to talk about on this one. It's just kind of here and my least favorite. While we're over here, yeah, if you notice something massive here in the water, literally right in front of me, I made... Hold on just 1 second, guys. So sorry about that, guys. That was my freaking cat meowing again. Gosh, she does not know how to shut up. Anyway, back to the video. Yeah, what I did. The roofing is a bit odd, but very unusual. You guys don't want to know how long this took. Well, it took me several hours to get this all completely cleared out, like all the water completely cleared out. So the buildings are all, of course, associated with each villagers. This is the smithing one. This is the cooking furnace, smoker, and blast furnaces. I did add a bed or two in each place. This is for librarians and clerics, fletchers, stonemasons, and forgot, armorer and toolsmiths, cartographers, farmers, and since these stinking cows up here, every frickin' villager is a leather worker. And I added some iron golems in here just to make it seem like a village. It's pretty nice down here, actually. I think this was a cool idea since there's not a village that's actually near me. So I decided to add this. And I also added 2 wells as well. So 2 wells as well. Other than that, it's pretty much just your normal base village kind of stuff. It is pretty cool down here, won't lie. It's pretty quiet as well without being above the ground. You're underwater, so you don't get to hear much from down here. And this pathway that I made, it wasn't so much about making the pathway, it was making that the whole village itself was the challenge. It was very difficult, to say the least. Alright, I guess we're on to the last stuff here. I know there wasn't too much, but it's as much as I could. You can already start seeing the stuff in the background that I'm saving for last. This is my second favorite Pichu statue. This is the biggest size I could find. It would be my favorite, but the one with the goggles, it's just got that little extra decoration to it. It's just got that little extra feel. Obviously, he's happy in all 4 of them. Well, 3 of them. Not so much that one. But, yeah, he's cute, he's cuddly, he's lovable. I just love him so much, you know. I could go on and on and on and on about him. But, yeah, big size Pichu. It is the tallest statue of the 4. but I don't think anything's got anything on those two statues in the back. I added also a cherry blossom tree just because I wanted to, because, you know, cherry blossoms, you would find probably those in Japan, and Pichu is Japanese, so I decided to just put a cherry blossom here, just to add that little decoration to it. But if you want to know how tall he is, so he started at 65. He's obviously not the tallest statue. He's actually almost just as tall as Tetra. So 85, and then very top 146. So he is 81. Yeah, 81. 81 blocks tall. Whereas you take Tetra, which starts at the same exact height, which is also... Actually, no, she starts 1 block lower. Or no. 2 blocks lower. So she is 63. Just felt like whistling there because I do that quite often, even outside of recording. 63 to 162. Tetra is 99. So Tetra is actually still a good bit taller than Pichu. But the reason why I added Pichu over here, there just felt like there wasn't enough in this area. You know, it's kind of, all the stuff is like that way or that way. But here in the sky, like the Comet Observatory and the racetracks and the Cube Survival. And yeah, I just felt like there was more needed over here. But Pichu, that's my favorite. That's my second favorite one. So the goggles Pichu is my favorite one. This one's my second one favorite. Classic Pichu is my third, and the spike-eared Pichu is my least favorite because it's just messy and it's kind of all over. I know I promised I'd go to bed, but I'm braving it, man. It may not look like it, but I am super tired with how long of a day yesterday was, and I kind of have a little surprise as well, and stuff when I go into my next video, which I will probably do while my brother is working. We are on the final things for tonight's video. So we covered everything else. Oh yeah, and I added the fire flower as well. If I never brought that back up, well, there it is. It's over by the claw machine. To get to these two, I know I've mentioned these two in a video before, and I keep mentioning them on my social media page, my Twitter page. This took time. They are exactly the same height. These two, Puzzle and Minen. I'm pretty sure you can guess which one's which by their names. I finally added something over here because it is very bare, and I think building these two over here will encourage me to build more stuff over here, even in the water, and maybe use that island right there. But I'm considering this as one whole statue, even though it's two characters. I consider this one whole statue because they are touching. Their noses are touching. I think they're getting ready for like their electric stuff that they do. These two are different from Pichu. There are quite a few differences between these two and Pichu, but I might get into that in another video. But these two are different from Pichu. They act differently, but they're still energetic, like Pichu. I didn't have to use a lot for this, like main blocks wise. I'm sitting underneath the Comet Observatory. I didn't have to use that many blocks for this. Like, my hotbar wasn't even completely full. All I had to use was just cyan concrete, light blue concrete, gold blocks, birch planks, sandstone, and lapis. The main block was sandstone. And then the 3 blue concrete colors as well. For mine and puzzle, pretty much the same outline. It's exactly the same, but there is just one slight difference. I'm pretty sure you could see it just by looking at their faces. I'll let you find that for yourself. But puzzle, he's red, so I used red nether brick and red concrete, and I did use a little bit of nether brick and all the other same materials like the sandstone, the gold birch, and the sandstone. But if you haven't found just the very slightest little difference, it's the eyebrows and the mouth. You see, mine has 1 block up, puzzle has 2. The eyebrow, 3 across, 1 over. 1 down, 3 over. And the eyebrow is diagonal like this and touching. These 2 are not. There is just the slightest miniature differences with these 2. I did find separate ones, but I had to go big with this, and I was able to find this. It took quite a bit of time to find this. It took me several minutes. I eventually found it. There is not 1 block missing on these. These are perfectly built. There's no lapis missing. There's no sandstone block missing. There's no concrete block missing or anything. They are all in the right place of how the picture was. But here's the thing about the picture that I found. Hold on. I'm gonna murder my damn cat. No, I'm not. Just saying it, because it's annoying me. Freaking meowing because she went to my sister's room. But my sister won't do that, so she whines and complains. So I scared her off and she ran. So we're good. We're at the ending anyway. But they had puzzle and mining. I decided to build them. I built mining first because I work better working left to right instead of right to left. It did come out just exactly how I wanted it to. A+, 100%, perfect, exactly how I want it to be made. Building these 2 over here adds more to this area, and looking more to expanding on this area, which means I will have to burn these trees down to make space. I'm going to have to add like glowstone or something in that dark patch because the Comet Observatory is sitting right above this dark patch. That's why that's there. And that's why that when I went through it, it's dark. I'm going to probably add some glowstone off camera and get that done. So there is pretty much everything. Not a lot of stuff, but brought back high speed ring and yeah, puzzle mining, the 4 peach statues, and the little goldenrod city, as well as the underwater village. Guys, I plan on adding more to this. I'm not done. I want to add more. I'm going off with a bang. I'm not making any more epic worlds after this, so this is it, guys. This is the last epic world, as I've mentioned this before. So if you guys did enjoy this update video, I know you guys don't ever watch my Minecraft videos, but I do it because I want to share, because I like sharing. Anyway, if you guys did enjoy this video, finally, I can say that, please be sure to burn up the like button, destroy the subscribe button, speed through the notification bell, leave a good comment down below, follow me to the good today, check out my YouTube videos, I have playlists, check out Google 5 and Song Central. Thank you to links in the description as always, and if you guys are new to the channel, everything I said helps a lot, I appreciate support and feedback. I also patched up this water and added some torches and lanterns. So yeah, this sandstone was once water, so I decided to add it, make it more cleaner over here, not super ugly and messy. Anyway, with that lag, this is what the maps look like now. This is the Great Sunny saying, catch you guys soon.